Hey, how's it going? Today's a big day. 29 days and a wake up till I go home. That's under 30 days. That's kind of like being a short timer, if you guys know what a short timer is. And I'm going like crazy like I do every year, trying to sort through everything I've accumulated over the course of the summer, whether it be food, equipment, whatever, to decide what's going to go up river with me to get me through freeze up. Now I've started putting together kind of a short list of stuff that I'm going to need, and it's all right here. So if you're interested, I'm going to show you the kind of things I take up river with me to get me through freeze up until I can start traveling the river and start making real freight runs. So let's get started. We'll start out with the food, okay? I apologize for the cramped space here. We're doing this on the deck just for even lighting. This little coffee table has 1, 2, 3, 4 soft-sided suitcases on it, and this is my primary means of carrying freight. I think they work out really well. They're rigid enough to be sturdy. They're semi-waterproof. They really bolt down well or strap down well to the four-wheeler or the freight sled. And as you can see, I'm starting to fill them up with food. Now I have a lot of food already, but this is just kind of a preliminary kind of thing. I don't have everything organized like I want to. Oops, excuse me. But you'll see that there's peanut butter, and there's lots of peanut butters, like 8 or 10 peanut butters over in this one. But everything from pasta, dried milk, canned goods, you name it. Over here we have like bulk creamy soup mix. I've never tried that, but it sounds interesting. Brown sugar, obviously. A big package of organic spaghetti, pasta. Now I do buy a lot of stuff in bulk, but usually not until late in the season, because I'm normally in the spring I'm pretty poor, and so I just go to the store and I buy a couple extra dollars worth of food. Like this can is a little bit dented, so that was in the clearance rack. Blah blah blah. You know, anything that's on sale or clearance. Bad packaging, whatever, I pick it up 1 or 2 cans at a time. It doesn't destroy my budget, and I slowly but surely build up. Now I'm weak on flour. There's actually flour right there. So when I go into Wasilla this week, I'll be stocking up more on the bulk items, like the actual case lots of tomato products and the flour and stuff like that. Beans, rice. Now this may not seem like a lot of food to you guys, and actually it isn't, but I do have a lot of food up at my cabin already. I've got almost 2 full lock ring barrels of food up there, so I'm not starting from scratch. This, I've been doing this a while. This box here has all of my little garage sale finds and stuff. Everything from small bungee cords to pipe strap, casters, whatever I can find. These springs, don't know what I'm going to use for those for. Hinges, you name it. This thing is just full of stuff that might come in handy. Even magic markers, for crying out loud. A lot of this stuff was garage sale or even free pile. Alaska has a lot of free pile. You'll be driving down the road and there'll be signs say free, take this, and you can be surprised. There's some very good stuff in those, like functioning propane stoves and stuff that people just don't want anymore. This little case is full of DVDs, and there's more coming. I'm going to take a cooler up with me, obviously, full of meat. In fact, there's going to be 2 of them. That's just the only one I have available right now. Dun-dun-dun, and a couple other things here. Oh, look at that. Who doesn't need a 50-pound bag of popcorn, right? Other things here. This was another freebie. This was a bag of Quikrete. I didn't want it. The bag was ripped open. I threw it in a bucket. I'm going to put it in a better bucket with a lid on it. This Slumlord toolbox filled full of basically brand new ring shank nails. I really don't want the nails that much, but I like the containers. This was just I don't want this. It's taking up room. Blah blah blah. There's clamps for wiring. Another find here is from a garage sale. 4 cases of wide-mouth canning jars, pint-sized canning jars, $15. You can't pass it up. They don't have lids, but they do have rings. Over here, what do we have here? We have 8 5-gallon gasoline cans. Well, actually, there's 7. One of them is being used, but there are 8, trust me. And 2 20-pound cylinders. Now, I already have a couple 20-pound cylinders up there, and I will be hauling cylinders up there all winter long. So that'll give me 4. That's a good cushion to have, because I plan on doing a lot of canning this fall. But that's just kind of a small portion of what I'm taking up on my freight run. Now obviously there also has to be bar oil and gasoline heat and stuff like that, gear lube, junk like that. Let's go over here to the guest cabin and check this out. I've been stashing this over here all summer. Excuse the mess, this place is just in a state of flux all the time. Now you see a lot of glass, there are a lot of windows. I didn't pay anything for these. These are just old throwaways, and like I said, people just want to get rid of stuff. Some of these windows will go into the extension on the trapper's cabin, so I have more room to skin and blah 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 blah. But there's also some old skis which might make a freight sled. There's also this old gasoline nozzle, and you say, well, what am I gonna use this gasoline nozzle for? Well, we're for pumping gasoline, as shown in the picture. Just like that. That would be an upgrade. And I've actually got 2 of these, so ain't that cool. But here, let me get around here. Picked up this little sled. I'll probably use this for the trapping. Of course, the snow fencing. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. And this little shovel. I really don't like those little shovels. They break really easy. But the price was right. I didn't pay anything for it. So I'll give it a go, right? And over here, you'll see a lot of used roofing material. Now, the roofing material, whoop, it's going to be in the sunlight, came off the town. I call this the townhouse. This is the cabin I live in when I come into town. I put a new roof on it. I'm starting to like talk really fast, aren't I? But whew, boy, this yard needs to be cleaned up. This came off, and this was left to me for salvage rights. I also have this old box, this steel box here. I'm going to use that for oops, I had to backtrack just a little bit because my memory card ran out of space, so I'm backtracking a bit. This is the box that I'm going to be leaving down at the landing to store items in, just to keep them a little bit more secure from bear and stuff like that. Put a padlock on it, chain it to a tree, that kind of stuff. I have this other one over here, this old construction toolbox type thing. You can see where somebody evidently lost a key or had some sort of calamity, so they cut a hole in the side. That's no big deal. I can patch that, and it'll serve a purpose down the road for keeping things secure. And we'll go over here. We got more tin. I got to consolidate this tin. I just kind of left it where it lay when it came off the roof here when I redid the roof, but there's more. Like I said, I'm going to cut these down, make them easier to haul, and get up to the cabin and finish off another wood shed. I seem to have a lot of wood sheds. Anyway, let's take a walk through the little backyard here, if you can call it that. Got a few more things back here. And here we have some galvanized roofing that also came off this back end of the cabin off of a little flat roof extension. This is also mine. I'll probably roll this up and take this up this winter. But it will all be going up with me. In fact, I'm going to be making 2 freight runs this year. One is just going to be a drop off at the landing, and that's going to be mainly the building material, which I haven't bought yet, and this roofing material and tin and the stuff, the windows and stuff like that. That'll all go up, and I'll drop it off, and we will go back the next day on the actual run upriver, which is how many days away? Okay, just testing you. But you're going with this year, so be prepared for it. It's not always pretty. So anyway, there you have it. You have a taste of what I take upriver with me in the fall, 29 days in a wake up, remember, to get me through freeze up until I can start traveling and hauling more of my freight and other things in. Now, I've seen a good portion of what I have here. There is more, but you'll be filled in on that as time comes. I know a lot of you who have been on the forum for a long time have seen pictures and video of some of the things I've done up here, but this is something new for me. I want to do this to educate people and hopefully show them a good time, and also kind of get rid of that garbage that's on the TV Now, Alaska reality television, I can't stand that stuff. It's so stupid and overblown. But this year, I'm going to be filming the entire event. I won't be able to show the entire event, obviously, but you'll see exactly what I really do go through. It might be a bit of a letdown, actually, from what you see on television. I don't know. It's still tough, but it's not the big drama-filled uh, escapades that they show on television anyway. But you'll be seeing that in January, so if you just want to bear with me, I won't be able to post it until I can get back into town, which will be right around Christmas time, January. It depends on how fast I can get everything edited and everything. But I encourage you to stick with it. Let me know when you see this video what you think. Please subscribe if you haven't. There'll be a lot more stuff coming this winter, and it'll all be as truthful and genuine as I can make it. So please, like I say, subscribe, share, like, and leave me comments. Let me know what you think. Ask questions too. I'll try to get as many questions answered as I can, either through the forum or in the comments. So anyway, thanks for your time, and we'll be seeing you real soon. I got to clean up this mess now and get some dinner going. But 29 days in a wake up. So just remember that, and remember every day you have to subtract a number. It doesn't work otherwise. But anyway, take care. We'll talk.